What is the spiritual journey? Is it a religious journey? A long pilgrimage to the sacred land? Is it when we get in touch with the energies of a crystal? Or is it something much simpler and just looking at life through a different lens? I'm Daniel Roy, and I am a spiritual master, and I will teach the whole world about the true nature of spirituality. Now, the spiritual journey. It sounds something big. Sounds like something big and intense. Something vast and laborious. When really, maybe it's a very simple thing. The spiritual journey is simply the acknowledgement of one's inner self, their inner spirit, their inner soul. To put it more simply, a person is on their spiritual journey once they get in touch with their inner soul, their inner self. Because once you are in touch with your inner self, that's when you start to notice and understand how you truly feel about things. Not because of what the outside world tells you to feel, or the outside world tells you to think. No. This is simply what makes you feel good, bad, uncomfortable, delighted. It's the feeling of all those true emotions deep inside. And once you are in tune to that, then you can really decide what is for you and what isn't. Most people out there, sad to say, they're very not in tune with the inner self. And they are, let's just say, programmed to follow different patterns that they've been taught in life. There's nothing wrong with all these patterns that we've all learnt to live through and live by in life. Because, hey, they are effective and they help guide most of us lost souls to live in a, let's just say, I don't want to say fulfilling, but in a normal and what's that word? A normal and acceptable manner. There's nothing wrong with living acceptably. But then again, is this acceptable for you? Or is it acceptable for everyone else? For civilization? Being acceptable in civilization is pretty damn helpful. Civilization is our environment. Well, for most of us. And when we are aligned with our environment, simply, that is a sense of harmony. And if we work well with our environment will work well with us. But a lot of the times, that environment is working for itself. Is it working for you? Are you working for you? When we start to ask ourselves these sort of questions, that is when a person usually may get the spiritual awakening. Or, if not, they're slowly on their road to their spiritual journey. The journey with their inner self. The self that they keep quiet and don't exactly share with the rest of the world. We know those people that aren't afraid to share their true inner selves. They stand out. They're different, unique, powerful, liberated. They are those who are not afraid of their spiritual journey. You see, the spiritual journey is not such a big, drastic thing. It is all just a acceptance of what is inside. Now, to understand the spiritual journey a bit more, like I said at the start, it's about the acknowledgement of your inner self or your true self. Acknowledging the true self is not always the easiest thing, especially since all the patterns running through our mind and our systems and the way we move distract us from what we truly agree with and what we don't. A good example is, I don't know, I've got this example from people I've experienced in life. Let's say we're going to eat some fast food and I'm with some of my friends, and what do they all order? Oh, they all order the McChicken. Why? Oh, because, everyone loves the McChicken. Everyone says it's better than most of the other things on the menu, and it tastes more fresh. It's a bit more healthier, apparently. And it's definitely agreeable upon. What don't they get? Oh, they don't get that fillet of fish. Oh, why not? Oh, because remember what some of those esteemed people at work said when they tasted the fillet of fish? They said that tastes disgusting. If they don't like it, damn, I probably won't like it too. Now see, with these two choices, it's strange. Do we really love the McChicken? And do we really not like the fillet of fish? Sorry, McDonald's, I don't mean to use you guys as an example. But sometimes some people, they don't truly look at what they truly feel inside. I know we're just talking about fast food right now. But what if a person one day comes to the realization that, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't really like this McChicken that much. Like, yeah, everyone says it's good, so it must be good, right? And what about that fillet of fish? I know Thingy and what's his face at work said it was horrible, but I don't know. I think this thing tastes pretty nice. I think this fillet of fish will also taste a bit better with a bit of, extra sauce. Ooh, and maybe a slice of tomato. Does it really matter what all these other people say? Or should I enjoy something because I enjoy it? Look, this is a very crude example, but trust me, there are heaps of people out there that they like something because everyone else agrees with it, because their collective environment says so, agrees upon something, and because thus is agreed upon, then such is the accepted standard. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but a lot of people can do themselves a big favor, and if they truly like something, find out the truth, experiment. Don't be afraid of what everyone else hasn't done or what everyone else has not ventured. Give it a go, and you might find that you truly love that fillet of fish without cheese, but with extra sauce and tomatoes and extra pickles on top too. Ooh, damn. You'll never know until you try. You'll never know until you become in tune with your inner self. Look, I know we're just talking about fast food, but that's just one little example. Imagine the countless things out there that a person could realize about themselves, that they could try. Imagine the many avenues and areas and aspects in life where is it really what they truly love, what they truly harmonize with deep inside? Or are they all just agreeing with what everyone else is saying to agree with? You all like this music that plays in your environment constantly. Do you really like this music? Or is it because of the fact that the radio programs you listen to constantly play these sounds over and over and over again that you become accustomed to them? Are these musicians really that famous and popular? Or are they just being played? And some voice on the speaker is saying, yeah, wow, they're really, climbing up on the charts now, and everyone loves listening to them. Everyone loves listening to them? That's the damn radio program deciding what gets played and what's not. Whoever pays the most gets the most plays, right? Look, I'm talking about something else. Anyway, but do you really like this music, or do you just accept it because you're now comfortable with it? Or are there other weird and wonderful sounds out there that you might harmonize with a bit more? Are there strange speakers on the internet that say weird and controversial things that not everyone in your environment understands or agrees with? Or do they say something that maybe you, deep down inside, your inner spirit, understands, longs to hear, agrees with? When has your spiritual journey begun? Not this big physical journey, but when you finally become in tune with yourself. Of course, there are a lot of people that go through their spiritual awakening when they do go off on some solo journey to different worlds and different countries, experiencing different cultures and different ways of life. That spiritual shock, well, I should use the word spiritual because people will get confused. That philosophical shock, that cultural shock, that different way of living that is so strange and obscure from what you do, and yet there are nations of people living this way. It makes you think, doesn't it? What could I adapt into my way of living that this different culture has been using for centuries? What don't I need in my current way of living that I could do many days, many years, forever without? What is necessary? What do I feel makes me happy? What's just a waste of time and doesn't affect me at all? Or, worse, takes up too much time that I could have been using for things that satisfy me better? There are different questions. There are different questions along the spiritual journey. And I'm sorry to say this to some of you who are considering finally stepping into your spiritual journey, but the journey never ends. It is a blessing and a curse. A curse because if you're looking to achieve a certain level and to reach the peak of the mountain, you're not going to reach that peak, because our spirit, our cells, our inner selves, is forever growing. And because it is forever growing, you will always be forever learning and forever developing. A take-home message about engaging in your spiritual journey. To get there, it's a very simple thing. Some do need an extreme experience, a life-changing experience, to make them see life through a different lens. It is about seeing life in a different way. It is about seeing what is truly worthy of me, not what is worthy of our outside environment, like our civilization or our neighborhood, maybe not even our household, but what is truly worthy, what is truly valuable to me, my priorities, and how I feel. What makes me fall asleep peacefully at night? I didn't say that properly. What makes me smile? What can I wake up to in the morning and be excited to achieve? The take-home message is try to understand how you truly feel without all the outside noise of what the whole world is telling you to feel and agree with. Enjoy the silence, the quiet, and finally listen to that voice within you. Because once you are upon your spiritual journey, all self-development you engage with will now involve the dimension of spirit. It won't only just be the mind and the body. Self-development will also involve your spirit, your emotion, your feelings, your energy. They're all the same thing, by the way, when we talk in regards to spirituality. Energy, spirit, emotion, feeling, they're all the forms of energy that we have deep inside us. They are the third element that makes a person whole. They are the reason why those places hold those mind, body, and spirit festivals for people. Because they are the three dimensions that make us a whole. The spiritual journey is when you finally look at life with that extra, that third lens. And when finally every experience you go through in life aids to your spiritual development. Find the way you can embark in your spiritual awakening. And hopefully, for many of you, this random mystical nonsense that I've just been splurting out, it may awaken your spirit and give you the new eyes, the new rose-colored glasses that you can finally look through, or whatever color you want to enjoy. Have fun on your spiritual journey, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.